Hello everyone, I hope you're all having a lovely day today. In today's project I'm actually doing a DIY frame out of this cardboard that I got, and it's just perfect. Let me see if I can turn it over without smudging the paint. It already has the window, which is just what I needed. I'll just turn it back. And this project is dedicated to my dad, who passed away in May 2017. He was born on the 21st of November 1932, so it will be his birthday in a few weeks, and he would be 92 years old. My dad, well, what can I tell you about my dad? My dad was such a special person, a loving person. He had a really good heart, and he was my best friend. Not only was he my best friend, he was my soulmate, and he was my dad. And he was the person that I will go to talk, and I'll share everything with him, and vice versa. He'll do the same with me. And it was just lovely, just sitting there together, chatting, watching movies together, putting the world, to rights. And yeah, he's just a funny person, a funny, loving person. And he had this crazy laugh, very much like Santa Claus, ha 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 sort of laugh. And that's what everybody remembers him for. They, even today, they're still talking about him, and specifically that laugh. It just makes everybody, it puts a smile on our faces. So that's what we're doing today, a frame out of this recycled cardboard. I have put a layer of gesso on both sides, and what I'm going to do, I've mixed up some texture paste, and that's texture paste that I've made myself, and I'll be using this stencil. So I'll get that open. Let's see. Yeah, let's pull it down that way. Now I've made this texture paste with white acrylic paint, a bit of glue, white glue, a dash of water, and some dried putty, and it's given that a nice thick texture. And of course you can go as light or as heavy with the putty, and of course if you don't have putty you can use talcum powder. It works just as good, if not better sometimes. So let me take a dollop of that, and of course we're going to have to wait for this to dry before we can sort of carry on and do the other side. Yeah, that's going down nice and smoothly. So I've got an idea how I'd like this to turn out. So yeah, fingers crossed it will, it'd be nice, and it'd be a nice tribute to my dad. Trying not to get too messy with this. The paint is still slightly wet, but that's okay because it's going to be covered with the texture paste, sorry. Oh, and that is Bailey. you can hear it in the background. I will introduce you to him in a little while. So let me gently take the stencil off and move it along. Let's go down here. Oops. Before we get started again, I'd like to introduce you to Bailey. Do you want to say hello, Bailey? Hello. Now, most of you will know Bailey. You can normally hear him barking or playing in the background of my videos. So this is Bailey Bells. Ah, big yawn. Okay, let's get started again. Oops. Okay, everything is now dry. I did put some card in the inside so we don't get the inside dirty. So I'll get some black acrylic paint out and I'm going to paint the whole thing black. Let's clean off my brush because there's still some white paint on there. Don't want it too damp. I'm going to pick up some of the black. I'm going to get that all over. I'm not going to put a stand on this frame because I actually want it to go on the wall. So I will. And I'll be back. Whilst we're waiting for the frame to dry, I have made up some clay using flower moulds and leaf moulds. So what I'm going to do is paint them with acrylic paint, and I will start with the leaves. I don't think I'll need all the leaves, but I'll paint them all. And I'm using Liquitex acrylic paint. I might give it 2 coatings. I'll do the other side once the top is dry. Fiddly bits. That's one. Okay, so everything's dry now, the front and the back. Some of the paint's come off, but that's fine. So what I've got here is some rich gold metallic gilding wax, and that's from Hobbycraft. So I'll get that open, and it's lovely, lush gold. I've got my sponge. I'm just going to dab. Hopefully this will work, otherwise I'll use my fingers. And I'm just going to go over the raised areas. Yeah, and I'll do that all the way around and round the back. Just rubbing it on very gently. And that is done. So I'll give you a close up. Nice and shimmery. So what we've got to do next is to add some more components. So I'm going to move the frame out the way. And we have the flowers and the leaves. So I'm going to use some hot glue. Put the hot glue gun on now. And we got the flowers. I'm going to use the same metallic gilded wax. And I'm just going to rub over the surface. I'm just going to move that to one side, bring the frame back. Let's see if the glue gun's ready. I think it is. So what I'm going to do, just add some hot glue onto the flowers. That one can go there, I think. A leaf. Got shaky hands. Oops. Oh, strings. There we go. I'm just going to leave that to dry. It shouldn't take too long at all. And I shall spray some varnish on the front and the back, and I'll do that outside and I'll come back. So that's my frame completed with my dad's picture on it. I couldn't find my photo paper, but I will redo it. I've just done it on cardstock at the moment, and I did put a stand on the back so it does stand up. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Take care now. Bye.